What if your eyes were aging right now, even if you can still see perfectly? Your eyes can undergo gradual changes long before you feel that anything is wrong. The good news is that your kitchen may contain some surprisingly powerful allies. Today we're looking at 7 foods that provide nutrients scientists have studied for their potential role in supporting eye health as we age. And one of them is probably sitting in your kitchen right now, but you've likely never thought of it as an eye-protective food. Before we get into the list, there's something important to understand. Your eyes are living tissues. They need oxygen. They need a healthy blood supply. They need specific nutrients to maintain their normal functions, and they are constantly exposed to light and oxygen, which means they also deal with oxidative stress throughout your life. So instead of searching for one miracle food, it makes more sense to think about your diet as a team. One food may provide lutein, another may provide zeaxanthin, another may offer vitamin C, vitamin E, omega-3 fatty acids, or other plant compounds. Together, these nutrients become part of the larger nutritional environment that supports your body, including your eyes. And that's what makes this list interesting, because the foods we're about to explore don't all work in the same way. So if you enjoy discovering simple ways to support your health as you grow older, consider subscribing. Because the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to keep your energy, your independence, and your connection to the world for as long as possible. And sometimes that journey begins with something as simple as what's on your plate. So let's start with something small, colorful, and much more interesting than it looks. Number 1 is blueberries, the tiny berry that may help your eyes fight the effects of aging. At first glance, blueberries seem almost too ordinary to deserve a place on a list about vision. They're small, sweet, and usually associated with breakfast or dessert, but their deep blue-purple color tells a different story. That intense color comes from natural plant compounds called anthocyanins, a type of polyphenol studied for its antioxidant properties. And this matters because your eyes are exposed to light and oxygen every day. Your retina is incredibly active tissue, constantly converting light into signals your brain can understand. Over decades, this constant activity can contribute to oxidative stress, one of the factors researchers study in connection with aging. Think of oxidative stress like tiny sparks that appear over time. Your body has its own defenses to manage them, but foods rich in antioxidants may help support that natural defense system. Blueberries have attracted scientific interest because their anthocyanins and other polyphenols may have antioxidant and vascular effects. They aren't a miracle cure, and eating them won't guarantee protection from eye disease, but they can be one small piece of a diet designed to support your health as you age. The best part? They're effortless to enjoy. Eat them fresh or frozen, add them to oatmeal or yogurt, or blend them into a smoothie. Sometimes protecting something as complex as your eyes begins with something as small as a berry. Number 2 is eggs, the everyday food hiding 2 powerful eye-supporting pigments. Most people think of eggs as a source of protein, something that helps build muscle or keeps you full at breakfast. But inside that familiar shell is something your eyes may appreciate, especially in the yolk. Egg yolks contain 2 carotenoids called lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds are particularly interesting because they can accumulate in the macula, a small, highly specialized area at the center of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision. Think about everything your central vision allows you to do. Read a book, recognize a loved one's face, see the details in a photograph, or read tiny letters on your phone. The macula plays a crucial role in these everyday moments. Lutein and zeaxanthin have antioxidant properties and are associated with the eye's natural defense system. They can also help filter certain wavelengths of light before they reach sensitive tissues in the eye. It's almost like having a tiny pair of natural sunglasses inside your eyes, not a replacement for real sunglasses, of course, but part of your body's own protective system. Scientists have studied these carotenoids extensively in relation to eye health and age-related changes in the macula. This doesn't mean eating eggs can prevent eye disease, but it does show why these nutrients are worth paying attention to. And here's the simple part. The yolk matters. Enjoy eggs boiled, scrambled, or as an omelet with vegetables, and you're getting more than protein. Sometimes the foods you eat every week aren't ordinary at all. You just haven't been told the whole story about them. Number 3 is walnuts, the brain-shaped food your eyes may need too. It's almost impossible to look at a walnut without thinking of the brain. Its shape seems to mirror the folds and curves of the organ inside your head. But while that resemblance is just coincidence, the nutritional connection is surprisingly interesting. Your eyes aren't separate from the rest of your body. They're connected to your brain through the optic nerve, depend on an intricate network of blood vessels. And the retina itself is actually neural tissue. So supporting your eyes also means supporting the systems that keep them functioning. That's where walnuts become interesting. Walnuts contain healthy, unsaturated fats, vitamin E, and plant-based omega-3 fatty acids in the form of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Vitamin E is an antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative damage, while walnuts can also fit naturally into a heart-healthy eating pattern. And why does that matter for your eyes? Because healthy circulation is part of the bigger picture. Your retina requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients, delivered through an incredibly delicate vascular network. The health of your cardiovascular system and your eyes may therefore be more connected than you realize. Now, one important distinction: the omega-3 in walnuts is ALA, while fatty fish provides EPA and DHA. Your body can convert some ALA into these longer-chain omega-3s, but the conversion is limited, so walnuts aren't a direct substitute for fish. Still, they're an easy addition to your routine. Add a small handful to oatmeal, sprinkle them over a salad, or enjoy them as a simple snack. Sometimes the foods that support your eyes are also quietly supporting the systems your entire body depends on. Number 4 is kale, the green leaf that may act like nature's sunglasses. Kale is often dismissed as just another healthy vegetable, something you eat because you're supposed to. But its deep green color is actually a clue to why it deserves more attention when we're talking about aging eyes. Kale is especially rich in 2 carotenoids called lutein and zeaxanthin, the same compounds we found in egg yolks. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. These pigments can accumulate in the macula, the central region of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision. Think about everything you use your central vision for. Reading a book, recognizing someone's face, looking at a photograph, seeing the details of a beautiful landscape. Your macula is working behind the scenes through all of it. Researchers have studied lutein and zeaxanthin because of their antioxidant properties and their ability to absorb certain wavelengths of light. That's why they're sometimes compared to natural sunglasses. Of course, kale can't replace your sunglasses, but the analogy helps explain how these pigments are part of the eye's own protective system. And kale is an easy way to add more of them to your diet. You can toss it into a salad, sauté it with olive oil and garlic, blend it into a smoothie, or roast it until crispy. There's also a useful nutritional trick here. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble compounds, so eating leafy greens with a source of healthy fat may help your body absorb these carotenoids more effectively. Your eyes already have a natural defense system. Sometimes the right foods simply provide the raw materials that system needs. And if you think the color of your food is only about appearance, wait until you see number 5. Number 5 is colorful bell peppers, the vibrant vegetables your eyes may love. Think about the difference between a plate filled with beige and brown foods and one filled with red, yellow, orange, and green. The second one doesn't just look more appetizing. Those colors can also be clues to the variety of natural plant compounds you're eating. Bell peppers are a perfect example. Depending on their color, they contain different combinations of pigments and nutrients, including vitamin C and various carotenoids. And this is where the story gets more interesting. When people hear carotenoids and eye health, they often think only of carrots and vitamin A. But the relationship between colorful vegetables and your vision is much more complex. Some carotenoids can be converted into vitamin A, while others, such as lutein and zeaxanthin, are associated with the macula, the part of your retina responsible for sharp central vision. Then there's vitamin C, an antioxidant that plays important roles throughout the body. So when you're looking at a bright red or yellow pepper, you're not simply looking at decoration. You're looking at a package of plant compounds that can become part of a broader diet designed to support your health as you age. And these vegetables are incredibly easy to use. Slice them into a salad, add them to an omelet, roast them with other vegetables, stuff them with grains and beans, or simply eat them raw for a crisp snack. The bigger lesson is to think in colors. Green, red, yellow, and orange foods can each bring different compounds to your diet. Sometimes the first clue to what a food can offer your body is hiding in plain sight, in its color. But now we're getting close to the top of the list. And number 6 changes the conversation completely, because we're moving from colorful plants to a food that provides something your eyes literally contain. Number 6 is fatty fish, the ocean food that feeds your eyes from within. When people think about protecting their vision, they usually think of carrots. But your eyes need more than vitamins and antioxidants. They're made of living cells and highly specialized tissues, and those tissues need the right building blocks to maintain their normal structure and function. That's where fatty fish enters the story. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and other oily fish are rich in long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. And DHA has a fascinating connection to your eyes because it's found in high concentrations in the retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of your eye that converts light into signals your brain can interpret. Think about that. Every time you look at a face, read a book, watch a sunset, or drive down a road, your retina is working. And DHA is naturally present in the membranes of retinal cells. That's one reason scientists have studied the relationship between omega-3 fatty acids and eye health. Research has explored their potential role in retinal function and various eye conditions, although the evidence is complex, and eating fish should never be presented as a guaranteed way to prevent or treat a specific disease. Still, there's an important nutritional distinction here. Carrots and fatty fish don't provide the same nutrients. Carrots offer beta-carotene, which the body can convert into vitamin A. Fatty fish provides DHA directly. If you enjoy fish, try adding salmon to dinner, sardines to a salad, or mackerel to a simple meal. The goal isn't a complicated health routine, it's making nourishing choices consistently. Your eyes aren't just windows to the world, they're living tissue. And living tissue needs the right building blocks. But now we've reached number 7, the food you've probably heard about since childhood. You were told it could help your eyes, but the real science behind that advice is far more fascinating than the myth. Number 7 is carrots, the food everyone knows but almost nobody truly understands. For generations, we've been told to eat carrots because they're good for our eyes. And then there's the famous claim that carrots can help you see in the dark. But here's the fascinating part. The story isn't completely true, and it isn't completely false either. During World War II, the British government promoted the idea that carrots helped pilots see better at night. The story became widely known, turning the connection between carrots and night vision into a cultural legend. But there was a real biological reason behind it. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a pigment that gives them their orange color. Your body can convert beta-carotene into vitamin A, which is essential for normal vision and plays a critical role in the visual cycle, the complex process that allows your eyes to respond to light. So no, eating more carrots won't suddenly give you superhero night vision. But vitamin A deficiency can seriously affect normal vision and, in severe cases, lead to significant eye problems. That's the part of the story that got lost. At the same time, more isn't always better. If your body already gets enough vitamin A, consuming excessive amounts, especially through certain supplements, won't automatically make your eyesight sharper and can even be harmful. The simple takeaway? Enjoy carrots as part of a varied diet. Eat them raw, roast them with olive oil and herbs, add them to soups, or grate them into salads. Since beta-carotene is fat-soluble, pairing carrots with a source of healthy fat may also help your body absorb these carotenoids. So the next time someone tells you to eat carrots for your eyes, remember, the advice wasn't entirely wrong. The carrot didn't create the myth. The myth simply hid the science behind it. And here's the real secret. The best food for your eyes may not be a single food at all. There is no miracle ingredient that can stop your eyes from aging. The real power comes from variety. Think about what happens when different foods come together. Blueberries provide anthocyanins and other plant compounds. Eggs bring lutein and zeaxanthin. Walnuts offer healthy fats and vitamin E. Kale adds more eye-supporting carotenoids. Colorful peppers provide vitamin C and other plant compounds. Fatty fish supplies DHA, a fatty acid naturally found in the retina. And carrots provide beta-carotene, which your body can convert into vitamin A. Different foods, different nutrients, different roles. It's like building a team where every player brings a different strength. And remember, nutrition is only one part of protecting your vision, not smoking, staying physically active, managing conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure, protecting your eyes from excessive sunlight, and having regular eye exams all matter too. You don't protect your vision with one perfect food. You support it with thousands of small choices made over time. And perhaps that's the most important lesson of all. Your eyes have been working for you every day of your life. Maybe it's time to start working for them too.